one of the best ways to deal with these excuses as they come up is to preempt them. So a bit like if you had, you were in a war and your enemy's signposting what they're going to do next, you can preempt their attack. So you can prepare for what's likely to come next. So going into that, if you go into the changing your habits, you can preempt that your mind or the old version of you is going to throw some punches your way to throw up some excuses. So an example would be, I'm going to start to get up earlier in the morning so I can train or read a book, or I'm going to, learn about a particular topic for that half hour in the morning. So I'm going to get up half an hour earlier and prepare. Your an old voice, the old version of you, is going to come up with something like, I told you we're tired, you're not a morning person. What you need is a counter to that. You need a counter to that is constructed in a way that's going to make sure that you can defeat that punch when it comes from the older you. So an example of that would be, getting up in the morning is not something I've done often, but I'm looking forward to getting up early because I'm going to learn, train, whatever the particular thing is, and that's going to improve my life because it's going to take me closer to whatever the result, outcome, or goal is. That's the way to defeat the punch that's thrown from the old you and defeat it with the answer from the new you. Because when that alarm clock goes off and you don't feel like getting up, you've got the answer ready. Yeah, I'm getting up because I'm looking forward to getting the result, because this is who I'm going to become when I do this at this time. That's a powerful tool to defeat that voice, and all of us have that. And one of the things that you get from this is that just like a battle, because remember, you're at battle every single day. So it's not just a namby-pamby flow of, everything's nice. You're in this. This is like a mental war between the old you and the new you. And just like any of the traditional war games that you'd have maybe played when you were a kid, one that comes to mind is the Battleships game, where you're thrown out and you miss and you hit, and you get the white sort of plug that you put in the board when you miss, and then if you hit the ship you put in a red plug. You're keeping score of the hits that you get. Now imagine that you're keeping tally of the hits of when you succeed and overcome the old you, and you don't give in to the old you, and you beat that with a new version of yourself. And as I mentioned earlier on, that's why I got so ingrained into trying to track what it was that I was doing on a daily basis, so that I could be aware of how many wins that I was getting through the day. Because if you tally up those wins, that gives you momentum. Because if you manage to get the first one right, I've got up early, and then I've got that training under my belt. So I went and climbed the mountain early on. I've done a sunrise hike, or I went to the gym early in the morning, or it was I took an hour early to study about that topic that I want to develop into a business. Whatever those things are, when you start to stack them up, that's a real positive boost in your corner. And the more that you do them, what happens is you realize the discipline, which is the structure that you employ. I am disciplined. I am going to get up and I'm going to do this for this result, and this is why I'm doing it, and I'm going to schedule it out so that you know that you're giving yourself every opportunity throughout the day to be in a position to take those wins. So in the morning when you get up, that's the first one. The second one is when you achieve the next one on the list. And when you put a structure where you're giving yourself lots and lots and lots of shots at having the win, when you flip the balance, what happens is the old you is looking to get more than half of the decisions, because it knows if it gets the upper hand on you, then it's got the momentum to pull you back to default to who you were before. The new you is looking to get you to tip over the 50%, because when you start to see the momentum and the wins, you're going to go, hey, I like this. I remember I thought I wasn't a morning person, and I'm on the 5th morning where I've got up in a row, and I've been able to do the thing that I got up early to do, and I feel much more benefit from it. I feel healthier, I feel sharper, I feel more knowledgeable, I've got more wisdom, and I like that that preparation that I've employed there is now spilling into other areas of my life. And this is the beauty about tracking what you're doing, to take the time to do it. And one of the things that I'd done on the Mindset Coaching Community Call on Sunday past was I pulled up the spreadsheet that I used, where I had a spreadsheet that tracked my daily habits that I'd written down in the spreadsheet, and it had the new habits that I wanted to employ. And these habits were listed as the things that I would need to do throughout the day to get the results of the things that I had set as my goals. And I was tracking and monitoring how consistent I was at these habits throughout the day.